Australian film industry is under a dark cloud this morning, with Donald Trump doubling down on his threat to impose a 100% tariff on movies made outside of the US. For more, we're joined by Screen Producers Australia CEO Matthew Diener in studio. Matthew, great to have you here this morning. Donald Trump says the movie-making business is being stolen from America, but Australia and the UK clearly import a lot more than we export. So, where's this coming from?
Look, I think he's trying to build out the capacity again in America for making film and television. It's fair to say that a number of countries, Canada, the UK, have taken a bit of that production, the global production that the UK and Canada are known for. Australia does a bit of that.
Yeah.
So he's trying to bring effectively some of those big productions that are made back to America. And the problem there is that we are a great destination for shooting and it's a good opportunity for us to lean into our skill set, but it's not the be-all and end-all for our industry.
Well, we kind of thrived during COVID, right? Because half of America was shut down. Queensland in particular seemed pretty safe. What impact would this have on the domestic market? Is the dollar still weak enough that, hey, it's just built into the price of making it, or would this actually cost jobs?
Look, it probably would have an impact. I mean, look, there's an opportunity out of this as well, but the challenge is we've got an industry that is very vulnerable, ultimately. It's a gig-based world. There's SMEs, small businesses that are dependent on this work. So anything like this is a bit of a shockwave. So uncertainty is the big question, and we don't really know how this will eventuate. But, you know, the opportunity for us is to double down again on what we do as a sector that create our own stories.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think the opportunity is to think about how are we exposed and how do we avoid that exposure. And now the territories have done a number of things. They've, you know, doubled down on their own incentives for their local work, and they've done a bit of regulation around the big international streamers that come here and don't pay taxes. They don't contribute a great deal of local production, and that's an opportunity here.
Well, like so many industries, is this one of those ones where we can look to other markets? You know, there's 400 million consumers in the US, sure, but if we can't go to them, let's go to India or China or the UK or produce stuff here and send it out.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, we're in the Asia Pacific, right? And we've got a time zone train here where we can make productions with a number of other territories. We've just signed a co-production agreement with India. There's an opportunity for us to lean into our own market around us. And Europe's actually, although not as time zone friendly, is a great opportunity for us as well. So, you know, not all of this is negativity in any sense. And look, we want to continue to have a great relationship with the American market. They're powerful, they're valuable, they're the world leaders in a lot of this content. But at the end of the day, Australia needs to look after its own Australian cultural sovereignty, and I guess that's the big message from this.
Perhaps another item for the agenda when the Prime Minister meets the President later this month.
I think it will be.
Great chatting with you this morning.
Thank you.
Sarah.
Got a bit to discuss, don't they?